To high energy, a cheerful mood, and prevention of disease. Some of the founders of our modern holistic health thinking state that disease begins in a toxic colon. A toxic intestinal tract is the foundation for virtually all degenerative disease, and a clean and well-moving intestinal tract is the foundation of health.
I just want to say that you folks have an amazing product. I've taken whey protein products for years, and I've never noticed the results I have with your product. I've suffered with bouts of constipation most of my life. Within a few days of taking One World Whey, I noticed a dramatic change. Also, in the past few years, I've experienced symptoms associated with diabetes. I feel horrible when I've had too much sugar, and I've been getting the foot pain as well. But I've noticed in the past week or so, I'm not feeling bad anymore, and the foot pain is gone. I'm just finishing up a 5-pound tub I ordered and just got off the phone ordering more. I love your product. Thank you.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. Thank you for joining us. It's all about the truth. And if you have anything that you would like to call in about, I'm going to take one or two phone calls before we are joined by Luke Adler, Deputy U.S. Marshal retired, and his book, Chasing Bandits, Who Are the Real Bad Guys? And hopefully we're going to get some update or some information on what happened to that Chattanooga military shooting. So if you'd like to give us a call, 855-995-6923, 855-995-6923. If you have a question or comment, we don't screen the calls, so you get to call in about whatever you'd like to call in about. There is a story we need to talk about when we get to the issue of the phone calls. New pharma vaccine bill quietly passes the House. And right on the heels of the California passing mandatory vaccine laws, here comes the 2015 Cures Act, a big pharma bill that has the support of the FDA. Cures Act. Ladies and gentlemen, they're calling vaccines a Cures Act. Can you believe that? The bill gives Big Pharma $9 billion and the FDA $5 million to develop even less safe vaccines, and it completely lowers the standards of safety. We're going to talk to Dr. Sherry Tenpenny about that, but let's go to Mark in Texas. Mark in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead, please. What's on your mind, sir?
So now vaccines are cures. That's good, Joyce.
Yeah, overnight
okay,
they made them cures.
Highway Trust Fund. Oh, they're out of money. They just simply are broke, Joyce.
Uh-huh.
We got to get the roads fixed. It's the antiquated infrastructure, don't you know? Well, let me tell you something, Miss Joyce. If they would spend a little more money of this Department of Transportation, if they spend a little more of their money on fixing the bridges and making sure that the bridges are safe, and less money on going down putting up cameras so they can document the bridges collapse.
Ooh. Oh,
collapse,
my
I want to
goodness.
tell you. They may have oodles of money, Miss Joyce.
Mark, you're hitting beneath the belt. That is really
that's the
right.
problem. When they say Highway Trust Fund, well, we want to make the roads safer. Joyce, you could drive 15 semi-trucks through that statement. What is their idea of safe?
Mm-hmm.
Cameras, of course.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, Miss Joyce,
my gosh, you're right. You are right, Mark.
They play these word games with us, and I'm just a simpleton. I'm not some rocket scientist out here. But after you get just so old and you keep hearing all this stuff, you understand. We're not being lied to. We're just not being told the full story, don't you know?
Yeah, you're right.
God bless you.
I like your attitude. I wish you lived in Versailles. We need people like you. We need to band together with people that think alike like this to get something done, because spread apart the country, we don't have as much power. But I wish we were together. Hey, thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate you.
Thank you, dear.
Wow, good call. Let's go to Arnie. Oh, Janice in New York. Janice in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead, please, Janice.
Good morning, Joyce. I want to thank you for telling the news as it is. Yesterday you talked about that poor woman who had to fight off a murderer, and she grabbed the gun and shot him. And you were saying, I was outraged, and you were saying, why aren't they talking about this anywhere? And they weren't. But this morning on 1010 Wins, New York, this is important here. Everyone listens to 1010 Wins before they go to work. It's on AM radio. And they talked about it. I can't believe it. As soon as you said something, then all of a sudden, oh, gee, I guess we're going to have to talk about it. God bless you, Joyce. I honor you, Janice. Thank you.
Thank you. I wish it was because of me, but I kind of think maybe they just figured they better talk about it. But I'd like to think it had to do with the Power Hour. I mean, that is a huge story, listeners. That was a huge story yesterday. This lady who was alleged, I believe, a prostitute, got attacked by a man, and she shot him and killed him. And come to find out, he was also a multiple killer of many women around the country. And it didn't make the news. But boy, the situation in Lafayette did. We'll be back.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate, to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay.
Every Thursday night at 7 on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050.
This is Dick from Carpet Masters. Carpet Masters has been serving the Inland Empire for over 55 years. Carpet Masters uses extraction cleaning for your carpet because there's no better cleaning to remove the soil from your carpet. All of our furniture cleaning is done by hand in your home or in our plant. Carpet Masters also offers dry cleaning for fine furniture. Call Carpet Masters at 793-7215.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
Good morning. I'm Chuck Kamlick, CNBC Radio. Stocks will rise on Wall Street today, ending a 5-day losing streak. Corporate profit reports will help. Ford sold more F-150 pickup trucks. UPS delivered more packages. D.R. Horton built and sold more homes. While all of them say business was hurt by the strong dollar, they all made more money than Wall Street expected. The big buck also stung income at Merck and Pfizer, where the net fell about 7% at each. Merck sold more of its diabetes drug Januvia. Pfizer sold more of its breast cancer treatment, Ibrance. Caterpillar will start building its own dump trucks. Navistar has been building them for 4 years, but sales have not gone well. Another reason to not like insurance companies so much. A new study shows that many major auto insurers raise rates on women who have become widows by more than 200%. The industry justifies the hike by saying that actuarial data shows married people have fewer accidents than singles. Chuck Kamlick, CNBC Radio.
This is a public warning of the breakfast blahs. And this is my serious voice because the blahs are serious. Seriously boring and routine breakfasts that turn people into zombies. The cure? Hostess breakfast. Like tasty powdered donuts, fruity blueberry muffins, and rich, flaky danishes. Seriously sweet, seriously delicious. Get them at a nearby store or the blahs could get you. I'm serious. The sweetest cure for the breakfast blahs. Hostess breakfast. Up and eat 'em.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE. LOVE.
KCAA is your CNBC News affiliate. We're the station that gets down to business.
Good morning, it's 6:02. Quick check of traffic and weather. Looks like warmer temps in the 80s and 90s across most of the Southland. LA and Orange County, the fog is going to burn off, and then we'll see temps in the 80s. Beaches, they'll be down in the 70s. Mountains sunny with temps in the low 80s, and the high desert, they're going to be in the triple digits. Already 68 at KCAA. Checking out your morning drive in Riverside. Looks like we've got a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. That's on the 91 westbound at Central Avenue. And in Corona, we've got stop-and-go traffic on the 91 westbound between McKinley and Green River Road. That's traffic and weather from the only station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
In AgNet West today, what can California learn from another state's drought preparedness? The story after this.
You put more into your crops than most people realize. Time, effort, heart, and the not-so-proverbial blood, sweat, and tears. Farming's not just a career. It is your passion. At Compass Minerals, your passion is our commitment. We're proud to offer you Potassium Plus Premium Sulfate of Potash, a high-potassium fertilizer with sulfate sulfur and virtually no chloride. It's the potassium source that brings more to the table, so you can too. Call your local distributor or visit potassiumplus.com.
Agriculture media professionals from around the U.S. are gathered this week for the annual Ag Media Summit. A topic of discussion was how western states are affected by the ongoing drought. Director of the Arizona Water Resources Department, Tom Bruschowski, says Arizona has done better than other states because it was prepared.
So Arizona's successes harken back to the institutions we created, water development projects, a lot of them originally for agriculture, municipal and industrial water development projects like the Central Arizona Project, and also actively managing our groundwater going back to 1980, something that really has set us up well to deal with this drought, both in conserving our groundwater and artificially recharging our groundwater when we have times of plenty for our surface water supply. So I would suggest to California that their recently passed piece of legislation starting to control groundwater pumping in California is a good step forward. It will take several years to put that program in place.
And he told me California can learn from Arizona's success.
Probably the most important thing is to conjunctively manage your aquifers along with your other surface water supplies and to save your groundwater for times of drought.
I'm Sabrina Hill for AgnetWest.com.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on The Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050. Got Bill Schwartz in the booth. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Who put the coffee in my coffee?
Are you charged? Are you pumped?
I'm struggling to get that way.
Or was it decaf?
No. I need extra strength in the morning to rouse me.
He needs a kick in the tail. We can do that. Woohoo! Woohoo! So it's getting ever closer to a special day on Thursday.
Yes, it is.
So Tobin likes to celebrate his birthday all year long, but especially the 2 months before and the 2 months after.
You know,
as you get to older, you really have to seize these moments because you just never know how many more you're going to have.
That's right. And I tell you, we have the wrong attitude towards birthdays. We really do, because we say, oh, I'm getting old. Well, if you weren't getting old, you'd be dead. So those are your two options. I'll take old.
Well, I laid that out for my brother last week when he had his birthday. And so, one step closer to the grave, huh?
Oh yeah, there you go. Did you give him Depends for his birthday? Black balloons.
He's moving in that direction.
Yikes. So before we get started, as I always do, I want to let people know all the ways they can listen to KCAA AM 1050. Of course, you can find us at 1050 on the AM dial. You can also find us at kcaaradio.com, where you'll find links to all of our social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You will also find our embedded Ustream feed. Yes, we've got a camera in the studio. You can watch it right on our website at kcaaradio.com, or
you can watch me getting older.
Yes, as we speak. Or you can click through and watch it on Ustream. There's a button where you can click and just listen online, and that's easy peasy. If you have an Android device and you want to listen on your device, you can go to kcaaexpress.com for the best experience. If you have an Apple device, you can listen to all the podcasts, etc., using the TuneIn app, which you'll find free in the App Store. If you don't have access to a radio, and you don't have access to the internet, or you don't have a smartphone, and you want to be able to listen, you can call to listen at 832-999-1050, 832-999-1050. So lots and lots of ways to listen to not only this show, but all the shows on the station.
Very true.
And we leave no listener behind. Every show is different.
Yes. We actually put the listeners in front of us, and we push them ahead of us. It's kind of a cool thing that we do here.
Okay, I have that visual in my mind. That's very strange. So the second half of the show, we're going to be talking with Eddie Candela, who is the owner of the Fox Event Center in Redlands, and be talking about kind of what's going on with that former theater and now the Event Center.
Beautiful old building.
It really, really is. It really is. So, but there's lots of interesting stories going on. The biggest one is the what's going on with Fiat/Chrysler. If you own a Dodge truck, something really out of the ordinary is happening.
Yes, indeed.
Tobin, you want to talk about that?
Sure. Let me.
Oh, he's not ready. Okay, I will do it. So Fiat Chrysler must offer to buy back from customers more than 500,000 Ram pickup trucks and other vehicles in the biggest such action in U.S. history as part of a costly deal with safety regulators to settle legal problems in about 24 recalls. The Italian-American automaker also faces a record civil fine of up to $105 million. In addition, owners of the more than a million older Jeeps with vulnerable rear-mounted gas tanks will be able to trade them in or be paid by Chrysler to have the vehicles repaired. The settlement is the latest sign that the auto safety regulators are taking a more aggressive approach toward companies that fail to disclose defects or don't properly conduct a recall. The Ram pickups, which are the company's top-selling vehicle, have defective steering parts that can cause drivers to lose control. Some previous repairs have been unsuccessful, so Fiat Chrysler agreed to the buyback, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA. Owners have also have the option of getting them repaired, the agency said in documents released on Sunday. The older Jeeps have fuel tanks located behind the rear axle with little to shield them in a rear crash. That's like the Pinto.
It reminds me of what they said Fiat stood for in the 60s.
Oh, what was that?
Fix it again, Tony.
They can rupture and spill gasoline, causing a fire. At least 75 people have died in crash-related fires, although Fiat Chrysler maintains they are as safe as comparable vehicles from the same era. But both the Jeep and Ram measures are part of a larger settlement between the government and the automaker over allegations of misconduct in 23 recalls covering more than 11 million vehicles. Besides a civil penalty, which was reported Saturday by the Associated Press, Fiat Chrysler agreed to an independent recall monitor and strict federal oversight. It's another step in NHTSA's effort to right itself after being criticized for lapses in some highly publicized safety recalls.
So there's so many things to talk about with this particular issue. I mean, first off, didn't we bail these guys out a few years ago? So
the only American automaker that was not bailed out a couple of years ago was Ford. And everybody made the joke about GM Government Motors, but Fiat Chrysler was bailed out as well.
Yeah, and so they've already gotten billions of dollars of taxpayer dollars to get their company fixed, and now they're doing such shoddy business practices, right, that they're basically putting out their defective vehicles that they're going to have to go back and buy back millions more. And guess what? If they go bankrupt, guess what will probably happen again?
We'll bail them out. We better not.
I know. I have a real problem with this, these guys need to be hammered. I mean, selling trucks where the steering wheel doesn't work, selling cars with gas tanks that explode and kill people. I mean, these are not little problems.
No, they're not.
Right? I mean, these are like the basic mechanics of a car. You should be able to steer your car. Right?
Well, this could be billions of dollars for them.
Yeah.
And think about this. Now, one of the things, you drive a Ford truck and you love your Ford truck, and one of the benefits of it is that it's been paid for a long time and it's still running great. And so we don't have a car payment. If you had to turn your car in and you get the Kelley Blue Book for your car, your truck rather, then you'd have to go out and buy something else. Well, it's going to be so much more, and all of a sudden these people have a car payment again. Of course, Chrysler likes that, right? But that's from an owner's standpoint, I'd be pretty irritated.
Yeah, and the way this works, right, is we're talking about 2010 Dodge Ram 1500, and so these are 5-year-old vehicles, give or take 5 years old, and they have to see how many miles you have on it, and then what did you pay for it, and what's the depreciation, and then they give you that.
But at 5 years old, those are pretty much paid off. People have paid off those trucks. Even if you do the full, 60 months, blah blah blah, your truck's paid off.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And then I'm sure you're going to have a significant number of people say, well, I haven't had a problem with mine, so I'll just keep it, right? And Chrysler's counting on that. They're counting on those people, the ones who haven't had a problem, and there's probably a window, right, that you can keep it and without getting the deal.
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Have you ever owned a Chrysler or a Dodge, Bill?
No, I think I've owned it pretty much everything else. My nephew just got a brand new Ford F-150, aluminum body.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. I like those.
But you knock on the fender, and I'm going, boy, that does sound different.
It sounds like a can.
When aluminum gets hit, it doesn't bend or crumble. It just snaps.
I love the new Ford, though, aluminum trucks. They've got the little pop-top lids on them. You can just pop them open and take a drink.
You going to drink motor oil?
No, they're actually really cool trucks.
Well, they are. There's something wrong when your nephew, off of walking dogs, buys a brand new Ford F-150, and I go, gosh, I've still got my 1982 Datsun out there.
I'm in the wrong business.
I must be.
Well, we had the great pleasure of driving a Chrysler in our early years of our marriage.
Gosh.
It was a hand-me-down vehicle from my parents who knew that we needed an extra vehicle at the time. And this was a car. It was a Chrysler LeBaron.
It was a gutless wonder.
And it had no get up and go. And at some point in my parents owning it, some animal had gotten up into the engine area and died.
Because they lived up in Retchie Canyon.
And the engine heat had caused this smell to develop.
And
over
nobody could
time.
find the thing. Nobody could find it. So we'd taken it in.
Yeah, and we just called it the Stinkmobile because you literally had to hold your nose while you were driving it because, oh my God, it smelled so bad. And in the wintertime, if you were running the heater, you were literally blowing hot stink on your face as you're driving around.
I had something almost exactly like that happen. I was on my way to school, and I was in a big rush, and I heard something thumping under the hood. And I got no time to figure it out. Keep going. I get to school and pop the hood, and there's like a dead cat going. Oh. You had to pry him out with a crowbar. He crawled up in there with, I guess, to get the warmth, and he wasn't expecting anybody to start the engine, and then he hit the fan blade.
Poor kitty. Oh, that's awful.
Well,
I would have been a sobbing, hysterical mess.
Even worse than that, when I park, you get the cat out, but parts of the cat remain, and my car was just... Every cat in the neighborhood was crawling on that car trying to figure out, where is he? Where'd he go? There were like 10 cats, all sniffing around the car because they go, something happened.
This was likely, from Retchie Canyon, it was likely a mouse or some sort of skunk. It was pretty bad. It might have been a skunk.
Well, a mouse is pretty minor.
Yeah. No, and of course the smell's not Chrysler's fault. That's just something that happened. An animal got up in there.
But now we have that association.
Yeah.
But it was a gutless wonder. It was a big, heavy car that had no get up and go.
It did. And, and for being, it was supposed to be a nicer vehicle, Chrysler LeBaron at the time. Some of the things, like the glue that they had glued things in on, you could see like the yellowing of the glue around the edges. I mean, it just, over time, that vehicle just did not wear well.
No, it didn't. It
did
was
not last.
really cheaply made.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a hunk of junk. But we were grateful to use it because we needed it.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I know my dad's probably listening in North Carolina, so thanks, Dad.
So it is 6:18. It's time for a break. I'm Erin Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We have Bill Schwartz in the booth. We are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA, AM 1050. We'll be right back.
KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station, where your business comes first.
While our presidents praise America's magnificent national park system, they're not maintaining them. Bill Clinton, for example, spoke of how lucky he was to have Hot Springs National Park as a childhood playground. Yet he sat idle as that park's natural wonders and facilities deteriorated, and as the Park Service's maintenance backlog soared to $5 billion. Likewise, in his 2000 campaign, a khaki-clad George W. posed in the majestic Cascade Mountain Range. Wailing that parks were, quote, at the breaking point, he vowed to eliminate Clinton's backlog. Instead, he slashed the NPS budget, including a 40% cut for repairs of the very park he had used as a political prop. The maintenance backlog ballooned to nearly $9 billion under his presidency. Ranger George did make one fix, however, a PR fix. Bush operatives instructed park superintendents to make budget cuts, but not to call them cuts. Instead, they were to say that our parks were undergoing, quote, service-level adjustments. Under Obama, who speaks movingly of a childhood Greyhound bus trip with his family to see some of our parks, another 12% has been chopped from the NPS budget, bumping the deferred maintenance bill to a staggering $11.5 billion. To his credit, Obama has proposed a 2016 centennial budget for NPS, mitigating years of destructive underfunding and calling for $1 billion to address the backlog. Good for him, but that still leaves a $10 billion shortfall, and the sour duo of Senator Mitch McConnell and Speaker John Boehner will oppose even that little increase for the maintenance of these invaluable public assets. This is Jim Hightower saying our so-called leaders are literally stripping service out of the National Park Service and assuring that our national treasures will fall into acute disrepair. It's a bipartisan disgrace.
If you'd like more of Jim Hightower's real populism, check out the Hightower Lowdown. Jim's monthly newsletter gives you the real lowdown on which corporations, by name, are doing what to the middle class, our environment, and our democracy. Each month, the Hightower Lowdown brings you facts you didn't know, along with actions you can take to fight back. It also comes with a sense of humor. Hightower believes we can fight the gods and still have fun. Plus, get this, it's cheap. Only $15 brings you 12 issues a year. For real populism, go to hightowerlowdown.org.
Hi, this is Steve Aladort from Rancho Financial with the Mortgage Minute. This may be the perfect time to move forward with a new purchase. The feds have not yet increased short-term rates. When they do, we expect both rates and property values to increase. Today, you have an opportunity to qualify for a lower payment and more home than potentially even just a few months down the road. If you have VA eligibility, we can do up to 100% financing. We have loans with as little as 3.5% down, less than 20% down without mortgage insurance. Turned down because you can't qualify with your tax returns? We have special programs that we can use your assets to qualify you, and we have just come out with a bank statement program. If you can't qualify with your tax returns but can show income through your bank statements, we might have a loan program just for you. There are many possible options that could make a huge difference in your monthly payments. That's why you need a loan financial planner. Give me a call, Steve Aladort, at 888-563-1070. That's 888-563-1070, or go to loanfinancialplanner.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-643-6931 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-643-6931 to take your call now. Call 1-800-643-6931. That's 1-800-643-6931. Again, 1-800-643-6931.
It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice. If movies are your thing, there are free movie events all over the Inland Empire. Noble Creek Park in Beaumont will screen movies Monday nights. It's Thursday nights for movie nights at the Ovett Family Community Library in Ontario with themed months. San Bernardino will play host to a number of movie screenings at various parks around the city this summer. Valley-wide recreation is also in on the fun with a number of facilities in the Hemet-Menifee region showing movies. You can also enjoy movies in the park after dark at Lake Elsinore's Summer Lake Park. Additionally, free films will be displayed at Merino Valley's Conference and Recreation Center. For family-oriented movies, there's Yucaipa Community Park Amphitheater, along with Downtown Riverside and California Oak Sports Park in Murrieta. For more information on any of these movie venues, Google Things to Do, Free Events in the Inland Empire. Then, click on the Press Enterprise article and find out what's happening in your area. I'm Di Rice, and that's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org. Listen to KCAA Loma Linda for less confrontation and more information.
And I'm Tobin Brinker. Cal-Poly Pomona. They're the Mustangs? No, what are they? They're trying to think what their mascot is. I think it's a horse of some kind.
I have no idea.
Cal-Poly ponies? I don't know.
I don't know, and it really has nothing to do with the story.
Oh, okay.
Is your mic on, Aaron?
Cal-Poly.
Oh, there's my mic.
There we go.
Oh.
And there we are.
There
We're
we
back.
are.
We're back.
Yes.
So they only heard half of that. Wow, that's funny.
That's funny.
They're thinking I'm weird.
No, they. You know what?
I heard,
you know what
and I'm Tobin Brinker, and I'm going. It's one half.
Okay, so let me. I had to cough right as we were going out into the break the last time, and so I turned off my mic so I didn't cough into my mic because that would be gross. And then I obviously neglected to turn it back on. So ultimately professional here at KCAA AM 1050.
Well, it's interesting because we're going to talk about a story about freedom of speech, and Erin had no freedom of speech just then because she turned her mic off.
I know.
It's a little glitch there.
Okay, I had the freedom, I just didn't take it. So why don't you talk about Cal-Poly Pomona?
Well, the story out of Cal-Poly is that they've agreed to strengthen their campus free speech policies after reaching a settlement with a student who sued when he was restricted from handing out literature promoting a vegan diet. In the settlement announced Thursday, the college said that it had revised policies to ensure that free speech activities such as protesting and leafleting are not limited to a single designated area and do not require advance permits. In addition, university police and staff in the Office of Student Life and Culture Centers will be receiving training on free speech guarantees. The college also agreed to pay student Nicholas Thomas $35,000 in damages and attorney's fees. Thomas, a 24-year-old nutrition major and animal rights activist, sued Cal State University in March, alleging that the school violated his First Amendment rights when police and administrators prevented him from handing out flyers near a parking structure and required him to obtain permits and badges. His case was among several on campus around the nation taken up by the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education, which is a Philadelphia nonprofit that supports free speech and sponsors litigation. The group has filed 10 lawsuits against public colleges and universities in the last year and settled 6 in favor of the students, with others still pending. Thomas said that he was pleased with the result and plans to continue his activism when classes resume in the fall.
So here's the thing. Universities, which should be bastions of free speech and discussion and debate.
Amen.
I mean, that is really what they are designed to do and be, have become really anti-free speech zones where, you have to have trigger warnings on speech, and you can't say anything that might remotely at some time offend somebody. And you certainly can't challenge the status quo. And that's really antithetical to the whole idea of a university.
It really is. And the idea that you should have to ask for a permit, you have to get permission to say something or to hand out a flyer, and that you can only do it in designated areas is so beyond.
Yes.
I mean, you think about what this country was founded on, and the Bill of Rights.
I've seen this going back to the ancient Greek idea of a university and the discussion and the debate and the pursuit of learning was considered above all. I mean, now we're kind of looking at universities as a means to an end to get a job, but there's the foundation of a university is this idea of debate and the idea of learning.
Freedom of speech, though, is the cornerstone of our political system. It all falls apart if we don't have freedom of speech.
Even seen this at a shopping center in Costa Mesa. On the walkway, there's a sign that says "Free Speech Zone," and they had it mapped off in feet.
What the heck?
At
Give
a shopping center.
So this doesn't just happen though in universities. And I'll share a quick story here. I wanted to start a neighborhood watch in our community, in our little neighborhood, because we had experienced some crime, right? And so I printed up some flyers and I went knocking door to door to hand out the flyers and tell people about this big meeting that we were going to hold to get this neighborhood watch started. And while I'm going around knocking on doors, our security company that's been hired by our homeowners association pulls up on me, and this young 20-something security guy tells me that I'm not allowed to solicit and I can't go door to door in my own neighborhood and hand out flyers and talk to people. And I had to lecture this young man about the basic constitutional rights of freedom of speech, and I basically ignored him. But some people, seeing an authority figure wearing a uniform and all that, may have bent to that.
And that's not okay.
It's not
the
okay.
thing that scares me about this is that this generation of kids, young people who are in the university now and have been in the universities the last few years, are going to think that free speech zones and preventing triggers and safe zones and trigger warnings and all this nonsense that's happening at the universities, that is okay. And then they're going to be out in the community thinking that is okay behavior. It is not. The whole reason why we have free speech is to protect the obnoxious speech. I mean, if you're just protecting polite everyday speech, there's nothing to protect. But if you're protecting obnoxious speech you don't agree with, that's the purpose, especially political speech. That is the purpose of the First Amendment. So I'm good for this guy. I mean, I'm obviously not an animal rights activist, but I like that he stood up and said, "Now, hang on a second. I have a right to talk," and he does.
And it seems like it's going to have a system-wide effect, right? That the Cal Poly is a UC?
Yeah, it's a CSU campus.
Oh, CSU. Yeah, so it's going to have a system-wide effect that the other campuses are also going to be looking at their policies. And that's important. That's a good thing.
And we need our young people thinking. We need them debating. We need them out in the public square, because only an informed electorate can make good decisions, and they're going to be leading the country.
Amen.
So it's time for a break. I'm Erin Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We are on the Brink, the morning show on Kcaa AM 1050. When we get back, we'll be talking to Eddie Candela. He is the owner of the Fox Event Center in Redlands. I can't wait. We'll be right back.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda.
California headline news: a 15-year-old boy living at the same housing complex as missing 8-year-old Maddie Middleton is in custody after the girl's body was apparently found in a trash dumpster at the complex in Santa Cruz. The news stunning complex residents who knew the boy.
From what I know, he's very well spoken and has a very kind manner. So, like I said, it's just a shocking situation altogether.
Maddie disappeared from the complex over the weekend. She'd been living there with her mother. Police say they are seeking no other suspects. Lots of fire activity in Northern California, with the community of Alberta threatened by a deliberately set grass fire Monday afternoon north of Sacramento.
We got to head out. There's no way we can stop it now. So we got the kids, got them in the car, and rolled out.
A 25-year-old arrested and booked into the county jail. Firefighters getting the upper hand. 25% containment on the Lowell fire along the Placer County-Nevada County border. It's burned 1,700 acres. Kcaa weather, very warm, mostly dry conditions again across the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. And MLS number 3030.
When you're running your own business, you're bound to be busy. Too busy. Too busy worrying about your budget. Too busy scheduling appointments. Too busy to build a website for your business. And because you're too busy, it has to be easy. And that's where Wix.com comes in. With Wix.com, it's easy for you to create your stunning website. Go to Wix.com and create your website today. It's easy and free. That's Wix.com.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Ron Pritchard. For this morning, we've got patchy fog, mostly cloudy skies becoming sunny with a high near 98. Tonight, mostly clear with a low near 68. Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 99. Wednesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy skies, a low near 71. Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 99. Thursday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a low near 71. Friday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 100. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy skies, a low near 72. That's your WeatherBug forecast for this hour from the station that leaves no listener behind, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
Here's a look at the KCAA community calendar. You can win tickets to the Junior University Musical Theater presentation of The Jungle Book. Just listen to KCAA all day long and get ready to win. Are you looking for adventurous entertainment for the whole family? Then join Junior University for a musical theater experience that is unmatched under the stars at Roosevelt Bowl in Paris Hill Park. This year, it's Mugwai and the Adventures in the Heart of the Jungle, as Junior University presents William R. Dixon's adaptation of The Jungle Book. Show dates are July 17th through August 1st. Starting time is 8:15 p.m. General admission is just $10 for adults, and children 12 years old and younger are just $5. Two parents and all their children under 18 years can purchase a family ticket at the box office for just $25, and you can save 20% on a family ticket if you print it out at home by going to junioruniversity.org. Listen to KCAA and win tickets to The Jungle Book. And that's a look at the KCAA community calendar. I'm Mark Westwood.
Art Bell is back, and he's coming to KCAA.
There are a lot of people who think that we are Martians, that there's a strong possibility that we are Martians. That's why I said us. No, I'm serious. There was a civilization on Mars. That might have been us or our ancestors.
Nobody is more captivating than Art Bell.
Now, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is something here that defies logical explanation.
Tune into the best, Midnight in the Desert with Art Bell.
The only way you're going to get the American people to pony up the billions of dollars, however many hundreds of billions it would be to go to Mars, the only way you're going to get them to do that is to convince them that we have a real reason to go. Want to take a ride?
Weeknights at 9 p.m. on KCAA. 1050 a.m. KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station for the Inland Empire.
Welcome back. I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050. My mic is on this time.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I'm not, talking to myself in here.
Freedom of speech. Let her speak. Free Erin.
So I'm so excited to introduce Eddie Candela. He is the owner of the Fox Event Center in Redlands. And I didn't say Fox Theater. I said Fox Event Center because it's so much more than just a theater. Eddie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
So tell us about the Event Center.
Well, the Event Center, it's formerly the Fox Theater, which was built in 1928. And it was operating part of the Fox Group in Los Angeles area. And the building caught fire several years ago. And then about 10 years ago, it was renovated. And 6 years ago, it was converted into a banquet facility. And we also still show movies occasionally, privately shown movies, or if somebody wants to have an event and show a movie, we can still do that. We do a lot of concerts, proms, class reunions, different things.
So
but
Eddie,
mainly it's a wedding reception venue now that seats about 400 guests and about up to 700 in a concert-style setting.
Wow.
Yeah, so Eddie, this is the building where they showed one of the original versions of Gone with the Wind. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Wow,
yes.
I mean, so these beautiful historical building, and you can have your events there now?
Correct. What happened is the restoration took place 10 years ago, and we try to keep, they tried, the original people that bought it and restored it, keep it to the original designs, and it's all pretty much the same except where the seating where it became obviously leveled, and so we can put tables and chairs, and most of the decor is still the original decor. The movie, the screen is still up there the same way, and we do show when we have events, we do show slideshows for the parties, for the wedding parties, or the birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, and so on. And we also do video clips. So the lighting, we've added a lot of lighting, and it makes it really, really beautiful in there. And we do have a lot of events. Also, we have church service on Sunday morning that is going on every Sunday. So other than that, we're pretty much open for business, and people love it. It's different. Lots of themes. You can have an old theme, an old nostalgic theme, or you can have the Hollywood movie theme for your event. And we have everything there. We have our own staff. We have our own kitchen. We have our own chef, obviously. And so we've been blessed by having, the support of the community and a lot of events we host for Loma Linda University and the different groups and proms and reunions, and so we keep it up pretty well.
So you all are going to be doing the Banff Film Festival
Banff Film
there.
Festival,
yes.
Exactly. The Banff Film Festival is probably important festival that we have, and basically we have it twice a year. And it happens in October and in February, and it's 2 nights. And what we do is we do have, it's open to the public, and I believe the tickets are, $10. It's all donations to support the wilderness, and it's a great event. And the shows that they show, there are, I think, 5 or 6 movie clips. They are absolutely amazing to watch. And if you need more information, you can call us at the Fox, and that's 909-792-3888, and I'm more than happy to help you.
Now, do you all have the capacity to do corporate retreats and that sort of thing?
That's correct. We do have the capacity to do that. We do a lot of events, especially if the retreats during the week. We're open most days available during the week. We also have right now we're booking for holiday parties, Christmas parties, holiday parties, special event parties. We do have all the facility is equipped with everything. We have Wi-Fi. We have all the media connections that they need, great sound system, great lighting, all the tables, the chairs, linens, the staff, anything that they like for events. If they want to have a seminar for 2-3 days, we can accommodate them. We can basically open it 24 hours if they like.
Oh, that's great. So where do people go to get more information about the event center?
The best way to do is they can go on our website, and that's foxeventcenter.com. That's our website. And they can go on Facebook also. They can also give us a call at the theater, at the Fox, and the number there is 909-792-3888. They can call and come by for a tour. We're open every day at 10 a.m., so they can come in and more than happy to show them the place and go for a tour. We do also, one thing I wanted to mention, we do have fundraisers. A lot of times we have our own that we, once a year, we do a fundraiser and we pick a charity that we donate all the proceeds to. And we also have fundraisers for people holding a fundraiser for different causes.
Oh, I bet that's a great venue for a fundraiser.
Absolutely. And we work with them to, make sure it's affordable and they make the maximum dollars for their event. So if anybody has any questions with regards to fundraisers, again, we're more than happy to accommodate them.
Well, that's wonderful. So I have actually had the treat of touring your facility, and it is beautiful, and it definitely has that classic Hollywood feel. So it would be a wonderful place to have an event.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining us today. It's thank you for being in the community, and please come back and let us know when you're having special events that the public can go to.
Definitely. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the air with you, and we're definitely here to serve the community and the Redlands and the Loma Linda area, and thank you so much for the support from all the people that have supported us.
Well, thank you. So we've been talking with Eddie Candela. He is the owner of the Fox Event Center in Redlands, and it's right downtown. I mean, it's a great location. It's a beautiful venue. You got to check it out for your event, corporate event, fundraiser, et cetera, et cetera. It's time for a break. I'm Erin Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050, and we will be right back.
For more local radio every day, tune into KCAA Loma Linda.
Wet n Wild Palm Springs is the one where you get big water park fun barefooting. In the sun barefooting, flow rider barefooting, Wet n Wild barefooting. Bring your friends and stay all day. Wet n Wild is your place to play barefooting.
Yeah, you gotta get barefooting this summer at Wet n Wild. Dive into all the thrills, all the action, all the fun. Take on awesome slides and rides. There's big fun for kids and much more. This summer, we have extended hours, dive-in movies every Friday, and everyone gets free tubes. Plus, save $7 on admission when you buy online or grab discount coupons at area Jack in the Box restaurants. For your best summer ever, it's Wet n Wild.
Slipping, sliding, barefooting, getting soaked barefooting, Wet n Wild barefooting.
Wet n Wild.
Barefooting, Wet n Wild barefooting.
Wet n Wild. Park open daily.
Are you looking for the right place to purchase your landscaping items? Well, come see us at Hydroscape. Hydroscape offers a large selection of irrigation products including Irritrol and Toro, such as their efficient precision nozzles. For 40 years, Hydroscape has been family-owned and operated, serving Southern California. With 17 locations, our knowledgeable and experienced staff is equipped to help you with all your irrigation, landscape, and outdoor living projects. Whether you're installing irrigation systems, wanting to maintain a healthy landscape, or simply create a beautiful lit space for outdoor entertaining, Hydroscape is the place to go. Visit our website at hydroscape.com for more information and find helpful articles on our blog, or call our customer service center at 1-800-395-4477.
Like to spend a few days in another world?
Then write this down. Golden Bear Cottages, Big Bear Lake. Now, listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique? Oh, you bet. Golden Bear Cottages features 28 one-of-a-kind cabins on a 5-acre historic site. Great for families, couples, and groups. And cabins are available with 1 to 7 bedrooms. Golden Bear Cottages is just a stone's throw from Big Bear Lake and super close to 3 great ski areas. Now, I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
You're listening to KCAA, your good neighbor along the way.
Welcome back. I'm Aaron Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050. I love this song.
Yeah.
Turn that up just a little bit.
Now turn it sideways. Yeah.
It's a good song. Okay, so I really I enjoyed the last interview talking about the Fox Event Center.
And you got to look at their website.
Yeah, it's actually
online,
really good. Lots of pictures.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nicely done website.
I want to go there for the film festival.
Yeah.
You know, I like independent and documentary films. I really do. That's just, I find them fun. So I watch them on Netflix all the time. To go to a film festival and be able to watch them would be awesome.
And I like cool old buildings too. So you put those two things together and wow.
You're good. So something is going on here. Turkey has requested Turkey has requested a rare meeting on the ISIS threat. NATO holds its 5th ever emergency meeting. For just the 5th time in its 66-year history, NATO ambassadors will meet in an emergency session today to gauge the threat ISIS poses to Turkey and the debated actions Turkish authorities are taking in response. The extraordinary meeting at NATO headquarters was requested by Turkey under Article 4 of the treaty that founded the U.S.-led alliance, which empowers its 28 member states to seek such consultations when they consider their territorial integrity, political independence, or security to be in jeopardy. The meeting comes as Turkey's security situation has deteriorated dramatically, an analyst at the German Marshall Fund think tank says. The rise of ISIS in northern Iraq and northern Syria has effectively destabilized the southern border of Turkey, but also domestically the threat of terrorism has become very real, he says. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, who will chair the closed-door session, says Turkey requested it following recent heinous terrorist acts.
Remember when President Obama called ISIS the JV team?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so much. And,
these guys have done, and they came out of nowhere, it seemed to me, but they've done more damage in...
Well, effectively, Syria and Iraq have no government.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just anarchy. ISIS is kind of ruling the place, and I can't imagine anything more terrifying. And, of course, Turkey is looking at those borders and saying, hold up.
Yep.
And Turkey is a democracy.
Yep.
And Turkey is it's one of the oldest countries on the planet. They have tourism. They have vibrant trade. It's a country that's got its act together, and they don't want ISIS coming in and destroying that.
Yeah, and it's going to be very interesting to see how NATO responds. It seems to me that the response to all of this has been sort of way too slow, constantly underestimating what ISIS is and what they're capable of. And ISIS is flaunting that. I mean, they've been, I want to say, brilliant in how they've handled the media with their extreme stuff that they've done. I mean, the beheadings and all the stuff, it's just sort of throwing it in our face and saying, see, we can get away with the most egregious behavior, and nothing seems to happen.
I think because, when something, you're watching something so horrible happen, it takes a minute for it to sink in that somebody is being that depraved.
Yeah.
And I think that that's been kind of the world's collective reaction to what's been happening in the Middle East. As Christians have been driven out, other minorities have been driven out. People are getting their heads sawn off. They're killing children. It's awful.
The videos of the beheadings, the videos of the stonings. I don't know if you've seen the ones floating around now with the women that are being stoned to death.
Yes.
This is absolutely disgusting, bizarre stuff. And if Saddam Hussein had done this or Gaddafi had done this, we would not have hesitated like we have here. But for some reason with ISIS, it's like, well, they're the JV team.
Yeah,
and they destroy historical monuments that are centuries old.
They do.
Blowing up beautiful old buildings that have all kinds of historical significance.
I mean, this region of the world really is, North Africa and the Middle East is the cradle of civilization. I mean, it's really the oldest, some of the oldest, because I know that China is very old too, but some of the oldest communities on the planet are in this neck of the woods. And they're just summarily destroying all these monuments and these historic, these peoples. I mean, like I've said before, there's these countries don't have Christians anymore because ISIS has either killed them or driven them out. And that's not okay.
They're not just cruel, but they're dumb and ignorant.
Well, and they're absolutely ruthless. Absolutely. If you're the Yazidis, they've been taking their women and selling them off into sex slavery or keeping them as sex slaves, sawing the heads off men's. It's just horrible.
And the way that we've responded, and maybe it's just because the world has become so sort of war weary.
Yeah, we've got some fatigue there. It's been a while. We've been at war constantly for more than a decade now.
Yeah, but you can't let something like this on this level stand. And now that that Turkey is threatened, I mean that's knocking on the door of Europe.
Yes,
it really is.
Yes, it is. Well, and I'm sure Europe feels the stress from it. How could they not? Especially, some of the countries that are closer. Obviously, Greece has got its issues. Spain, Portugal, Italy. What is Cyprus? Cyprus is right down there too. Macedonia.
You think of some of the terrorist attacks that have already happened.
Yeah.
Charlie Hebdo. I mean, these guys are active. They are active globally. It's naive to think that it's just a little local problem over there in the Middle East.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. We need to watch what NATO decides to do. I mean, this is a treaty that involves a lot of countries that they're supposed to defend each other. That was the whole purpose of having this North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was to defend one another. That's the whole point. So we'll see what the NATO members do in support of Turkey.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So you mentioned women being sold into sex slavery and whatnot. We actually have another story that deals with a sex worker, but this one actually has a positive spin. And I want to talk about this one because we have a West Virginia sex worker, a woman who may have saved the lives of several colleagues by shooting a violent client in her home last weekend. Police say that he could be a serial killer who planned to murder the other sex workers, the Washington Post reports. The woman, whose identity is being held back, says she made an arrangement with 45-year-old Neil Falls via an online ad and let him into her Charleston, West Virginia home last Saturday. I knew he was there to kill me, she tells KPTV. I could tell that he'd already done something because he said that he was going to prison for a long time, and that's when I knew that he was going to kill me. He drew a gun and started strangling her so powerfully that he just wouldn't let me get any air, she says. I grabbed my rake, and when he laid the gun down to get the rake out of my hands, I shot him, she adds. I just grabbed the gun and shot behind me. When cops got there, they opened the trunk of Falls' Subaru and found a stunning kill kit, including a machete, knives, axes, cleaning supplies, and trash bags, the Daily Dot reports. They also found a possible kill list with the names of other sex workers who advertised on the same website. With 6 women involved in sex work and drug addiction found dead in the nearby town of Chillicothe, Ohio over the past year, police are entering Falls' DNA into a national crime database, the Charles Gazette-Mail reports. Sex workers have complained for years that police ignore the violent serial attackers who target their community.
Maybe that's why they think they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just amazing. She killed a serial killer. I'm certain of it.
Yes.
They're going to find this guy was out there hunting women.
And it makes me wonder if she's going to change her line of work.
Yeah.
You know, I feel for sex workers. Many of them are there against their will. Many of them, they're there because, well, the chicken and the egg thing. Did the hooking start because they were using drugs, or did they use drugs to deal with the fact that they were working in prostitution? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a horrible way to live.
Well, hopefully this woman will get the help that she needs, that this event can be that catalyst for some change for her, and that the people there, the police officers, the social workers, the people that will be working with her will be able to help her, because, I mean, this is very traumatic. I mean, you know.
He was there to kill her.
Yeah.
And like she said, she knew he was there to kill her.
Wow.
And
the picture of him that's shown online here, he's got this real good-natured looking doughboy face, you know.
Yeah, kind of milquetoast.
Yeah, not the kind of guy who you look at and go, "Oh my God, they're evil." You know, and this is the thing. People
but they never are, right?
Not like Bill Cosby, huh?
Yeah, but you know, even the BTK killer, who was a church man with a family and was like, you know, nobody in a million years would have figured that he would have done something like that. Or Ted Bundy, who looked all, you know, was attractive and he had a girlfriend, and you know.
Yeah.
I think these monsters compartmentalize their lives so much that you just never know.
I think the movies do us a disservice too, because the bad guys in the movies always look like bad guys, right?
Yes.
We have a look. You know, you look like these guys. The real bad guys never look like bad guys.
Out of central casting.
Yes, yeah. You don't have the beady eyes. Well, the exception of maybe Richard Ramirez, who was the Night Stalker. He looked like a frightening dude.
Yeah.
Or Manson, Charles Manson.
Yeah.
But I guess, I mean, even in the 60s, you know, before Charles Manson was found out, people followed him because of peace and love and all the 60s stuff.
And drugs.
And drugs and
a lot
sex.
of drugs.
And he hung out with the Beach Boys, believe it or not.
He did. I saw that on a documentary. Although, I mean, I got the feeling that it was kind of everybody come and go. You know, it was, you know, musicians and kind of everybody was open, and it wasn't like it is now.
I would have thought he'd stand out like a sore thumb, but...
Yeah.
But of course, this is pre-swastika on the forehead, Manson, right?
That's true.
Nowadays, with the swastika on your forehead, you're going to stand out.
Well, and I think Richard Ramirez carved one in his hand.
Yeah.
You know, that guy was, you know, have conversations about the death penalty. For Richard Ramirez, he deserved it.
Yep.
So I'm Erin Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050. It's been fun. Have a productive day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
I'm Tanya Hansen, CNBC Radio. Stock futures are pointing to a higher open. A whole raft of earnings are out. Ford easily beat expectations on the strength of its popular F-150 pickup truck. Drug maker Pfizer reports earnings fell 10% as generic competition took a bite out of profits. However, strong demand for its pneumonia vaccine, Prevnar, and sales of its breast cancer drug Ibrance help balance those losses. The maker of Viagra and Celebrex beat Wall Street expectations and raised its earnings forecast. Drug maker Merck had better than expected profits and raised its earnings forecast on strong sales of its diabetes and cancer drugs. UPS is delivering more packages in Europe, and that helped the package delivery company top profit expectations. D.R. Horton, the number one U.S. home builder, said quarterly profit doubled as it sold more homes. It also reported a 22% rise in orders. JetBlue reports its profits matched expectations on solid demand. Tanya Hansen, CNBC Radio.
This is a public warning of the breakfast blahs. And this is my serious voice because the blahs are serious. Seriously boring and routine breakfasts that turn people into zombies. The cure? Hostess breakfast. Like tasty powdered donuts, fruity blueberry muffins, and rich, flaky danishes. Seriously sweet, seriously delicious. Get them at a nearby store or the blahs could get you. I'm serious. The sweetest cure for the breakfast blahs. Hostess breakfast. Up and eat 'em.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
E-Digits. Lock them in for more information, recreation, and guaranteed fun. KCAA 1050 AM.
Good morning, it's 7:02. Checking out your traffic and weather. Looks like we're going to have hot, sunny skies today. LA and Orange County, they're going to see the fog burn off. Temps in the mid-80s. IE is going to be in the mid-90s. Beaches, they're going to see morning fog and temps in the mid-70s. Mountains will be sunny with temps in the low 80s. And currently, it's 69 degrees. Checking out your morning drive in Corona. Stop-and-go traffic on the 91 westbound between McKinley and Green River Road. Also in Corona, stop-and-go traffic on I-15 northbound between Temescal Canyon Road and Cajalco Road, and in Moreno Valley, stop-and-go traffic on I-215 northbound between Alessandro Boulevard and University Avenue. This traffic and weather report has been brought to you by Pala Casino Spa and Resort. Now open at Pala Casino Spa and Resort Cave. It's a wine cave, lounge, and dining experience you have to see to believe. Visit palacasino.com to learn more.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Hi, this is Steve Alladort from Rancho Financial with the Mortgage Minute. With property values increasing, this might be the perfect time to do a loan checkup to see if it makes sense to refinance. Do you have an equity line? If your equity line is getting close to 10 years old, your payment is about to fully amortize. Coupled with the certainty that the feds will soon increase short-term rates, there might be a substantial jump in payment on your line of credit. If we combine your current loan, equity line, and possibly even some of your credit debt, there could be a substantial reduction in what you have to pay each month. Do you have VA eligibility? VA will allow 100% cash-out financing. This may be a perfect time to use your eligibility. We can go 85% cash out with FHA or 80% with a standard conventional loan. There are many possible options that could make a huge difference in your monthly payments. That's why you need a loan financial planner to provide you with all of your possible options. Give me a call, Steve Alladort, at 888-563-1070.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
For the last 18 years, he is a regular contributor to the Fox Business Channel and Bloomberg Radio. In addition to this, he is a regular contributor to TheStreet.com and MarketWatch.com. Now he's live here on the Wall Street Business Network. Here is Bill Gunderson.
And welcome to the Tuesday morning, July 28th edition of the Best Stocks Now Radio Hour with professional money manager Bill Gunderson, president of Gunderson Capital Management in San Diego, California. Well, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. You know, we've had the worst run here over the last week or so since January, and that also always kind of puts a little bit of gloom into the air. But from time to time that happens. You know, this bull market has been going on for over 6 years, and there's been a lot of days and a lot of tough weeks, even some tough